it makes you wonder what kind of society or ranking they have within their own culture. Because
Paul, were you able to make eye contact with them?
Yeah.
Like, and it's close enough that you both can understand you're looking into each other's peoples?
Oh yeah, no, and there was at first the first 2 hours were very tense.
2 hours.
Oh yeah, they were there communicating for long because they got one thing of bananas and they wanted more bananas. They wanted more plantains, and then they got a load of sugar cane, and then they were like, well, while you're at it, give us some rope. And the community's being friendly. They're going, well, you can have more bananas, you can have more sugar cane, you can have some rope. And then at some point, Rommel's standing out in the middle of the river, and they point at him, and they were like, give us your shirt. So he takes off his shirt and he hands them the shirt, and they're like, well, we'll take the pants too. And he's like, well, sure, why not? And he gives them the pants, and then they come forward with this incredible necklace, and they gave him a necklace that they put over how did they give it to him? Somehow they gave him a necklace. Now again, at this point, I'm running around, we're either taking pictures, talking to different people, staying behind trees. At some point became aware though that they had given him a necklace in exchange for he never physically touched them though. He always had a boat length between him, and he would keep the boat in such a way that if anybody did raise an arrow, that he could kind of go under the boat and protect himself. There was a little bit of strategic
for 2
protection
seconds
there, right? For 2 seconds, or at least he could like float down river. I mean, the boat's pretty big, right? So, but again, an arrow cuts through the river. He kept the boat in between. The other thing is you don't want physical contact with people that are living this wild out in the rainforest, because they don't have any immunity built up to outside pathogens, and so they could be very devastated by the common cold. And so Rommel knows this and was being careful of this. And yes, we were close enough that after the first 2 hours, after we'd given them everything we could give them, they started right away on the beach. They started breaking down. We have lots more footage than what we were able to release. We worked with anthropologists and ethicists and the Peruvian government to make sure that we were doing best practices, that everybody understood that we did not contact them. They came out and presented themselves and had questions to us.
What did the government say?
Government doesn't know what to say. Government hardly believes it's true.
And then they see the footage.
And then they see the footage and they go, well, we want to understand what's going on here. And of course, because I'm not a Peruvian, they're interested in, is this being done in an ethical way? And that's why the book is so important, because it's like it takes people through the exact story and the context and why this happened, because this is such a historical thing. Never before has there been HD footage of an encounter from the uncontacted tribes coming out to the modern world. And this type of exchange where they were asking, why are you cutting down our forests? Where they're asking, why do you cut our ancient trees? They're asking, who are the good guys and the bad guys, and how do we tell the difference? They're scared.